Dopamine detox, myth or miracle? In recent years, the concept of a dopamine detox has gained significant traction, especially among those seeking to improve focus, productivity, and mental well-being. But what exactly is a dopamine detox, and does it live up to the hype? Let's dive into the science behind dopamine, and whether this detox trend truly offers tangible benefits or is merely a popularized myth. What actually is dopamine? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger in the brain that plays a crucial role in how we experience pleasure and reward. It's involved in various functions, including mood regulation, motivation, focus, and even motor control. When you experience something enjoyable, such as eating delicious food, completing a task, or receiving social media notifications, dopamine is released, creating a feeling of satisfaction and encouraging you to repeat that behavior. Dopamine essentially drives our reward system, making it a key player in habits, both good and bad. Now, what is a dopamine detox? A dopamine detox involves abstaining from pleasurable or stimulating activities, such as social media, gaming, junk food, or even listening to music for a set period. The idea is that by reducing these dopamine-inducing activities, you can reset your brain's reward system, allowing you to regain control over your impulses and improve focus and motivation. This concept was first introduced by Dr. Cameron Sipa, a clinical psychologist, in 2019. He suggested that reducing instant gratification behaviors could help individuals break the cycle of overstimulation and boost mental clarity. However, the practice has since evolved, with people applying it to everything from technology detoxes to self-imposed periods of sensory deprivation. So how dopamine works in the brain. To understand whether a dopamine detox is effective, it's important to grasp how dopamine functions. Dopamine doesn't work like a simple on-off switch. It's not something that you can deplete and then replenish like a battery. Rather, it fluctuates based on stimuli, seeking rewards, and encouraging behavior. When we overindulge in certain activities, such as constantly checking our phones or binge-watching TV shows, our brains adapt. This leads to a phenomenon called hedonic adaptation, where we need more of that stimulus to experience the same pleasure. This is why behaviors like scrolling through social media can become addictive and progressively less satisfying over time. While the idea of resetting dopamine levels through detoxing sounds appealing, there's little scientific evidence supporting the notion that simply abstaining from pleasurable activities will reset your brain's dopamine system. The brain doesn't stop producing dopamine just because you're avoiding stimulation. What may actually be happening during a dopamine detox is that you're giving yourself a break from overstimulation, which allows your brain to recalibrate its reward system naturally. This could improve focus, reduce impulsive behavior, and increase appreciation for simpler pleasures. While there's no scientific backing for the idea of detoxing dopamine itself, there are several potential benefits to stepping back from overstimulating activities. These include 1. Improved focus. Constant stimulation from social media, notifications, and instant gratification can fragment your attention span. Taking a break from these distractions can help you regain focus and concentration on tasks that matter. 2. Reduced impulsivity. Instant gratification often leads to impulsive behaviors. By removing those immediate sources of dopamine, you may regain better control over your actions, enabling more thoughtful decision-making. 3. Increased productivity. With fewer distractions, many people find that they are more productive during a dopamine detox. Without the constant lure of social media or other tempting activities, it becomes easier to focus on work or other meaningful tasks. 4. Improved mental well-being. Constant overstimulation can lead to mental fatigue and burnout. A dopamine detox may provide a much-needed mental break, improving mood and overall well-being. While a dopamine detox may not reset your brain in the literal sense, it can certainly offer psychological and behavioral benefits. However, it's important to understand that this practice won't fix deep-seated issues like addiction or chronic stress. The improvements you experience during a detox are likely due to removing distractions and practicing self-discipline, rather than resetting your dopamine levels. If you're considering a dopamine detox, here are some steps to help you make the most of it. 1. Identify overstimulating activities. Make a list of activities that you feel are overstimulating your brain, such as social media, video games, or excessive snacking. 2. Set a time frame. Choose a period, whether it's a few hours a day or even a week, during which you'll refrain from engaging in these activities. Start small if you're new to the concept. 3. Replace with low-stimulation activities. Engage in activities that are less stimulating but still fulfilling, such as reading, meditating, walking, or spending time with loved ones. 4. Reflect on the results. After the detox, reflect on how you feel. Have you noticed any improvements in focus, productivity, or mood? Use these insights to shape your long-term habits. While the concept of a dopamine detox may be more of a psychological tool than a scientific breakthrough, its effectiveness lies in the ability to remove overstimulation and practice mindfulness. In a world full of distractions, taking a step back to regain control over your habits can certainly provide real, tangible benefits, even if it doesn't technically reset your dopamine.